Okay, so day 3 came, and this was going to be my last day in this place. And we were off to a very wonderful start. We met these guys who came to pick us up to do our lion walk. I was supposed to do a lion walk. I already knew my editor would not want to do lion walk, a walk with lions, but I said, come with me. He was supposed to go for something else, but eventually they were not ready for him, so I took him with me to go there.
5 months. Yeah, when you are playing with them.
5.
Yeah, when you're playing with them, sometimes you find maybe you can get the scratch.
Big 5.
Yeah, not that the knee
For our
needs, but
lion
it's
walk.
sorry.
There's some blood on what? You said it's scratch. Okay, then I guess.
Guys here.
Maybe just a mere scratch.
well.
But it's not like a deep or serious.
Arms all
Yeah,
over them
because
here.
you're playing with
Amazing.
them.
So me just made me out immediately. Can't wait to see them. Mukuni Big 5, the ultimate African experience. Okay, let's go. That's what we're gonna have, the lion walk. This is the entrance. Amazing. So these roads are usually left like this on purpose, eh?
Yes.
I can tell.
They want to keep it natural
Yes, natural, yeah.
because this is a game reserve area as well.
Yes, yes. I saw the same thing in Malawi.
So sometimes you get to see wild elephants crossing around here.
Yep,
So you have to maintain the low speed.
yeah.
When you go to have this lion walk, they give you options. There are 2 options. The first option is that you walk with lions that are unchained, untamed, that are wild, that don't have any leash on them. Or you can walk with cheetah that has a leash on it that you can hold and walk with the tour guide, right? I said, I don't want to do the cheetah. That felt a bit too easy and simple for me. I wanted the one that is more challenging. Lions, wild. And so I booked for that one. And so when we got there, I told them, well, I'm going alone. You can take my editor to where the lions are caged so you can see them in the cage. But I want to go see them when they are uncaged and walk with them there. They said, fine. So they sent someone to come and pick me up. And so the guy came and took me.
We're on our way to have the experience of a lifetime walk with the lions. And what's your name, please?
Christian.
This is Christian. He's my guide from the reception. I guess we're going to meet a few other guys down there. It's been an amazing trip, daring all kinds of stuff on this trip, and this is just one of them. I don't know if this is going to be the last one. It might be. Or maybe I'm still going to see the rhinos if I can, if my flight time is not too close. They're going to confirm that to me very soon. All right. I can't wait to see the lions and walk with them. Yep. Oh, hear the lions crying.
So the big one.
Yeah,
the one
I
with the
hear the lions. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so look at the lion. All right, guys. So here, see the lion. This is a male, and those are the 2 females. Those are his wives, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Eric and Loretta and Anna.
Who? Loretta and Hannah.
Anna and the male is Eric.
Eric
Yeah.
is a male, and he's married to Loretta and Hannah.
Yes.
And you guys used to walk with this one here
Yes, we used to.
until he got too big.
Yes.
Wow.
He said to me, you see, these lions are not tamed. These lions are wild. They have grown to a point where they can do anything. Everything we say you should do, you do it. Okay? If we say stop, you stop. If we say calm down, you calm down. I said, that's it. He said, just that's it.
They are active because of the weather.
Okay.
So whichever we see sitting down, we take advantage, we do the interaction.
Oh.
Because when they are young and when the weather is like this, they like it. They are active a lot. They like playing, running, chasing each other, just like that.
Okay.
That's why our activities, we have times.
Okay,
Yeah,
in the morning, you
yeah,
can
in the
do it
morning.
when they're agitated.
Yeah, when it is hot. No.
Yes.
because we're trying to imitate the life they live in the wild. Because
the
they
wild,
don't
yeah.
hunt when it is very hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everywhere was quiet as we were walking down. And so I felt like my life was just like this, doing like this, like, negative image in front of me as we were walking down. And so when we walked just a few steps away from where we saw the lions in the cage, I just saw these lions. They were all over the place, and there were people attending to them. And the guy said, just follow me, give me your phone. And as always, as is always the case with these animals, remember what I told you? The moment you see them, you don't talk loud anymore. So we started talking in hushed tones. He said, give me your phone. I gave him my phone. And then he said, okay, come with me. He said, don't stand, okay, come down. Because they say lions don't like people towering up over them. They want you to, because once you do that, it's like you're intimidating them, they can strike immediately. So he said, squat immediately. So immediately we got there, he said, squat, and I squatted. And as soon as I got down, he said, now these two lions, one was facing here, this one going here. He said, start stroking them. I said, really? He said, yes, just stroke them. As I was stroking them, you know what happened? Another guy, the guy who was with them when we arrived, quickly ran ahead of them in front and started doing stuff to distract them. Because if he didn't distract them, they were going to become conscious of me. They were going to become very aware of my presence, and they could strike immediately. So he kept doing those things to distract them. And as he was distracting them, I was stroking them, and they were videoing it. And then at a point, he said I should hit them on their butt. I should just hit them. And I will hit them a little, and then I will stroke, and I will hit, and I will stroke. Man, as we're doing it, one of them just got up and just took off and left. He now said, okay, fine. That one is done now. So there's one more you need to stroke. I said, I'm done with this too. He said, no, you're going to do the next one too. So the brother, he took me to where the other one lion is and said, squat again. I had to squat. And then I started stroking that one too. And when I was done stroking, this whole stroking business happened for almost like 5 to 6 minutes, just stroking these lions and touching them and patting them on their butt and all of that and holding their tails. And when I was done with all of that, he now said, okay, now we're done. It's time for us to do a walk. So now I was going to walk with these 4 lions all by myself with these guys around. I had that VIP access. I walked with the lion. Usually they would walk with a group of people doing the walk, but it was only me walking with 4 whole lions. For a good 15 to 18 minutes, I was walking in the bush, almost 20 actually, walking in the bush with these lions. And they were following me, videoing it. And at some point, they would say, hold the tail. And then I will grab the tail. And surprisingly, about 4 or 5 minutes into their lion walk, I actually got used to the lions. I'm telling you, there was a time they left me alone and I was just walking with all 4 of them. And I will grab the tail occasionally and they will pull the tail out at a point. There was one that I grabbed the tail. He didn't pull the tail, he just left it. But there was one that they just pulled the tail. You could tell that they are dealing with a stranger. But for some reason, my confidence had built up. And so when I did that, I never got scared. I think the lions also sense when someone is afraid, So it even got to a point where one of the lions got tired because we walked for a very long time. So they started getting exhausted. They started panting and stuff like that. And one of them just had to squat. And I rushed to go and pat it on the back. And I started stroking the back for like 15, 20 seconds. And then he got up again and they left. It was still a bit suspicious, looking like this. And I kept doing what I was doing. I wasn't even looking at his face, And then he got up and then he left. And, they told me also that the reason that I was also very lucky was that I came when the weather was cool in the morning, because in the afternoon when the weather is hot, they get more agitated. It becomes a little difficult to walk with them. So I had an opportunity to be able to do all those things, and it was just unbelievable. So as we were going, we got to a point where the lion stopped and looked at me. And when they looked at me, the guy said, no worry, just keep going. Even if he's looking at you, just go. And I just kept going. The lion was looking at me and I was looking at him and I was just going. And then when we got past where we met them, we now started going to the place from where they picked me up to give me that orientation before the journey started. That was where I met my editor. He had already gone to see the ones in the cage and he was carrying the phone camera looking at us. At this spot, the lions were obviously very agitated, and I told him, I said, take off, run into the room. Meanwhile, I was walking with the lions to their new cage. And so when I walked with them, because they were agitated, they didn't want them to walk again. They were taking them to the cage. They wanted me to follow the lions all the way to their cage. In fact, the last picture I took with them when I was stroking that one, he was almost about to charge. And then I still held it and stroked, and then he calmed down a little. And then they said, wow, well done. And then the lion got up and went into the cage. So my adrenaline is a very crazy thing. My adrenaline kicked in, I guess, after I was done with that stroking of the initial time. And I didn't feel like I was a stranger to the lions anymore. I became almost like part of the family. And I was doing things that those guys were looking at me. They were like, wow, you are brave. We've had a lot of people here, but man, you did so well. And I'm like, thank God. I didn't know. I didn't think that I could do that. And that was how that one actually ended. That was the chapter 1 of my day 3. It ended, but it didn't quite end until they showed me some other cats. You know, these other cats that hunt in the wild. They showed me some, and also showed me from a distance the cheetah that was being taken for a walk. When I looked at it, I said, that's not really what I wanted to. If I had enough time, I would have gone to do that. I felt that I needed to do the more dangerous one. And to be honest with you, when you get the briefing they give to you to let you know that these animals are not tamed, that they are as wild as can be, and that all you need to do is just to listen to instructions, man, your blood will run cold. And that's what happened to me. But the moment my adrenaline kicked in, boom, I was able to do it. And just like when I went to the devil's pool, I felt once again like a hero. Like a mega hero. You should see me. I came out walking about looking like I was going to take on the whole world and beat the world down. You know what I mean? You know, because it's not easy, you know. So we left there. And that brought, you know, the chapter 1 of my day 3 to an end officially. And then we took off. As we took off, okay, we went straight to the hotel. And I told them I don't want to rest because I'm traveling today. I want us to go to the last leg of this tour. And the last leg was going to take us to a place where we will see the rhinos. Remember, I had never in my life seen rhinos in real life.